Yeah, and I guess we can do role play. I'll be brave today, and how about I'd make a cold call to you and just throw me some kind of objection. I'm just getting started, so don't don't do anything too hard.
Okay. Yeah. Call me up.
All right, ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this Chad?
This is Chad. Who's this?
Great, glad I caught you. I'm Justin Bridges. I'm actually a local probate specialist, and the reason I'm reaching out to you is actually to let you know about a service that we provide here in the community to help families through the probate process.
Okay. You're an attorney?
No, sir. I'm actually a probate specialist. Basically, to give me an understanding of what services could help me, I would like to ask you a question, and the question is, if you could get anything off of your plate right now during the process, what would that be?
You just want to take the whole thing? Because I'm about done with this. I don't know where to start. I mean, it's from getting access to a bank account to finding out how, what bills mom had. I mean, we live out of town. We see her saw her three times a year on holidays. It's just, finding time to get to the property and do everything that the attorney's telling us we have to do. So I can't imagine your service will do any of that for me. That's kind of squarely on my shoulders, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, Chad. Well, I understand exactly how you feel. In fact, quite often, a lot of our clients feel the same way. And what they come to find is that we could actually provide pretty much any type of solution to the problems that you're faced with throughout this process. One question, many of our clients really struggle with the real estate side of things. Did you have a plan for the real estate?
We don't know. I mean, there's some family members that say they want it, but I don't know. They don't really have any money. I'm not sure how they think they're going to get it. We're not sure. It's, we have a garage, an attic, a basement, and a house full of stuff that has to be dealt with. So who knows?
Yeah, great. Well, no problem. We can also help with that. We do partner up with a few estate sale companies in the area that'll help, get rid of the things that you don't want and keep the things that you do. We also like to work.
Here's the deal, man. Like, I don't know how you get paid, but, my mom didn't have any money. I mean, she basically had a house and a car, and we helped her, with things like groceries and utilities. So there's no money, it sounds like a really cool service, but I can't pay you. I'm not taking money as the administrator. There's nothing there for me. And I have siblings that all have their hands out that have way less money than I do. So I just don't think we can afford, we just have to do this on our own.
Oh, no, I totally understand, Chad. And here's the thing. We actually don't charge for our services until we actually complete the plan that we come up with. But first things first, we actually need to come up with a plan. And it sounds like you guys are still, going through the morning process of this. So I would like to sit down with you and the rest of the decision makers and come up with a plan that can benefit you guys and just make it a smooth process.
And you're not going to charge to do all this planning?
I mean, of course I would charge at the end. I mean, that's the way that I'm able to help others by keeping this open. But the main thing now is basically just helping you guys get through this process by just giving you some of my resources and my advice, and we can get through this.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have an opening spot on my calendar for Tuesday at 2 o'clock. I can just put you down there, and then you can do me a favor, just reach out and make sure that at least everyone's on the phone call and we can get through this. Because from our experience, even when someone says it's all up to them and we agree on the price for the house, others will feel left out. And I don't want to cause any tension between you guys. So that would be great if we all could sit down and come up with a plan together on how we want to execute this.
And you said Tuesday?
Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Sound good, Chad?
I think I can make that work.
Great. Well,
What do I need to bring? I mean, do you need documents from the probate or the estate, or I'm not real clear on what all we're going to be covering.
No problem. Do you have your letter of testament?
Is that what I got from court when they? Yeah, yes, I suppose I do.
Yes. Well, as long as you have that, I mean, it's showing me that you do have the right to, make the decisions here. But, of course, like I said, we're just coming up with a plan. So I'll be doing my research and my homework, and I'll bring the documents that I need just to show you guys, what would be the best options for you. And we can go from there.
Okay.
All right. Well, there's just a few more questions I need to ask you about the property so I can do some homework, and I'm prepared when we meet on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And can we break script there?
Sure. We'll break. So you really need to go back through this and listen to yourself.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I'm recording it.
Okay, so you're hitting all the right points, dude. Like your language is really good. You need to take that script off your desk and put it in the damn trash can. Like, I can tell you're reading, and you sound robotic, and that's what it's going to hurt you. You know what you need to say. You've got all the points there. You just need, when you got off script, and actually when I could get you off script and it was just me speaking to you, it was so much more fluid and real. So that's the one thing I want to challenge you to do is wean yourself of that script as fast as you can, because you've got all the right points. And the next step in doing that is take it from a written script down to just bullet points. Like, okay. And I mean, even remove the prepositions. Like, make it, ask about decision maker. Like something that simple and that brief. So that way you're not using it as a crutch, and you're going to use your own language to say the bullet point. Your opening is super strong. I love how you came in. You didn't really label yourself. You made it sound like you were almost a government service. It was really good entry.
Right.
You should be more aggressive in going for the appointment and not leave so many options. So you put out Tuesday at 2 o'clock, and then you went on, and you didn't get my commitment. You went on like I gave you an objection, but I actually didn't. And I want you to pay attention to the space and the pauses. Like I was to prove a point when I thought a client or a prospect might be confused, I kind of acted that out. So where you hear silence from me, think about what you could have said to keep me, to keep me more engaged. And okay. It could be you looking at the script and you were reading, but it was really solid. And I think if you listen to the recording a couple of times, you're going to hear exactly what I'm talking about, where you left space or you didn't. I don't want to say you want to pigeonhole people into things, but I've got a spot on Friday at 3 or 6. Which of those works best for you? Is much stronger than, we could, it starts with us meeting on Tuesday. I'll go ahead and put you down for 2. And by the way, we do these things, and you kind of asked me for commitment, and then you moved away from it before you gave me a chance to commit. So I just want you to nitpick your own role play, but you're close, man. And I mean, you can get deals the way you're doing it right now. If you get rid of that kind of scripted, robotic language, you'll have no problems on the phone.
Well, thank you.
I just want to say congrats on being brave enough to do it, and you've got the content down as well as anybody I've ever heard. It's just like Chad said, you just polished the delivery a little bit, and you're going to be great. So congratulations. That was brave of you to do.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. And can I give myself a little bit of shout-out? Well, not really a shout-out, but just to reach out to other investors in my area.
Sure.
Okay, guys. Well, we're located in West Atlanta, Georgia. We're looking for any investors looking to network and, just bounce off the ideas off each other. You can reach me on Facebook at Prestige Property Investors. or on Instagram, prestige_property_investors. And it was nice talking to you guys. I really appreciate the information you gave me,
Hey,
and I'll be signing up for the mastery class soon.
awesome. And Justin, real quick, are you part of our Facebook group?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, good. So what you just said, repeat that on our Facebook group, because that gets even more views than these calls. Just look, if you're looking to network with other investors in Atlanta, we've got a ton of them. So put that message in the Facebook group.
All right, will do.
All right, that's great.
So that's how we have historically we've encouraged you guys to find team members that are financially strong businesses, so you can have those options and that flexibility. Tomorrow night, I'm doing an Ask the Expert video with a gentleman who his whole business is lending private money to sellers in probate, and at below hard money rates and well below what most inheritance advance companies are charging, which is oftentimes higher than credit card rates in the 20s and 30%. He's lending money in the 8 to 10% range. So for anyone who doesn't have a contractor that will float invoices, or even a painter or anything, any professional services, we'll probably release that on Tuesday or Wednesday as one of the Ask the Expert video blogs. But it's another resource for you guys in these situations where you can say, listen, one of our team members actually loans money to families in need, so we can kind of bridge that gap between today and the closing table, so you don't have to leave your equity on the table. We can help you preserve that and even grow it. In 90 days or less, we can, in some cases, add 30 to 40% value to, the real property in an estate. So
Awesome.
next week you guys will all have your own resource for that if you don't already.
Perfect. And that's nationwide, Chet? He lends money nationwide?
Well, we're moving in that direction. Historically he's
Okay.
only worked in California and a couple of other states, but I think I think we're a good fit. So they're going to take some chances for our customers and try to scale that out.
That's great. All right, well, we have 4 more. Next up in the queue is phone number ending in 8224. You're up next.
Hey, thanks. This is Peter. I just wanted to go through my talk track to see if
Sure.
see how I can make out with you guys.
We have brave agents lately, Chad. Well, no, you're not my type, Peter, but nothing personal. And I haven't even seen a picture, and I can tell you that. But we have brave. Yeah, I believe you. I'll take your word for it.
But you're not my type either.
All right, yeah, that's great. We have brave agents lately. You guys are and investors. You guys are willing to take on that role. That's great. All right, fire away. You want to call Chad?
Yep.
Okay.
Ring.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Hey, I'm trying to reach Chad.
This is Chad. Who's this?
Hey, Chad. Hi, Chad. This is Peter. I wasn't calling because I sent you a letter a few weeks ago, and I had a few moments at my desk to touch base to see if you got it and understand why I sent it.
Peter, we've gotten a ton of mail. Is this about my dad's estate?
It is. It is. And no worries.
Yeah.
Listen,
I know all you guys want is to buy the house for 50 cents on the dollar. It's not happening in this family. Thanks for your
and
time.
honestly, Chad, that's why I'm trying to reach out to you, because that's not what I'm about. You may have talked to other people that have offered that before, but this, you're dealing with a one-sided offer. I'd love to talk to you about how we can help you in your situation. How's that sound?
Okay, I guess. I'll sell it to you for $1 million.
$1 million. All right, well, let's figure that out. So as I mentioned, my name is Peter, and I'm a probate specialist. And really the reason I'm calling is because we've got a team of local professionals to help people going through probate. And as part of that, we're in the courthouse quite often, and we noticed you were an executor and wanted to reach out to make sure you knew of the services here in the community. And honestly, having been through the probate process myself with my parents, I know there's a ton of things to deal with, which is one of the reasons why we put this team together to help. Make sense so far?
Sure.
All right, good. So for us, it really all starts with understanding what your challenges are and what your goals are. You know, just for example, I've got professionals that'll take away metal stuff for free, like dryers, grills, old fridges, etc. I've got a estate sale company that can help raise money for the estate by selling personal items of value that the family isn't interested in keeping. Even a painter to help earn top dollar sale on the real estate, and attorneys to help with probate filing or create a living trust to avoid a future probate in the future. So, yeah, and really the list goes on. So, Chad, if there is anything that you could get off your plate right now, what would that be?
I'd like to forward my phone calls to you so you can talk to these guys.
I love it. What carrier do you have?
AT&T.
All right. I can help you with that. So,
but no, I mean,
it sounds like you're getting bombarded.
We are, and frankly,
Yeah.
I'm just fed up with it.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge for us,
Chad,
I live here. My sister's in Colorado. We have busy adult lives, and it just, who the hell has the time to do this? So we're getting it done one checkbox at a time. The probate attorney's telling us what to do, and we're slowly just trudging through it. So I don't know that there's much we can delegate because we don't know what we're doing either. We just basically follow the direction of the probate attorney and get a little bit at a time done.
Yeah, and Chad, that's the beauty of how we operate, because, you know, the probate attorney takes care of all the legal stuff. And, you know, I know you guys are, you know, busy, adulting your lives and, you know, doing your thing. And what we do is we actually bridge the gap between the attorneys to help you get it done, and we can help you get it done much quicker and a lot less painfully, quite honestly. So it really sounds like you could really use our help. And I have one more spot on my calendar this week. I've got one at Friday at 2:15, or next week I got Monday at 4:15. Do you think we can meet at the property to go over some of the options we can provide you?
I guess so. I mean, does it have to be there?
It's
I work on the other side of town. The house is a 40-minute drive from my office. So.
Okay, so how about 6:30 on Monday? You do that?
That'd be better for me.
Okay, so how about we do 6:30? And you know, obviously, it's better for us to meet at the house so I can see what I actually have going on there. And you mentioned your sister. Is she a co-executor, or is she just a person that's included in the will and of influence?
Yeah, Mom left everything 50-50 to she and I, but I'm the executor. Mom must have, I must have not been the favorite, so she made me the executor.
Yeah, I tell you, I've been through that, and it's no easy process. So is your sister the only other person that should be at the meeting? Because, you know, I like to include everyone so it doesn't create any additional stress or drama in the family. So is there anyone else you feel that should be part of the conversation besides your sister?
Well, my wife should probably come.
Can relate to that too. Okay, great. So do you think you can get all three of you there at 6:30 on Monday?
You know, Peter, I don't know. As I said, we're all very busy. I haven't talked to my sister this week. I mean, I guess if you want to call me back next week, I'll probably have time to speak with each of them over the weekend.
Yeah.
But I don't know right now.
So listen, here's what I can do, Chad. What I'll do is I'll pencil you in. You and I will definitely meet. And if your sister or your wife can't make the meeting, I'm happy to call them on the phone. I'm happy to do a video conference, whatever it takes in order for them to be to hear us have a conversation. Because, you know, it's important that they know that no decisions have been made without them, and it just makes it a heck of a lot easier for you and the entire family, even though you're doing good so far. Is that fair enough?
Fair enough.
Okay.
So
before
we'll
I come
break
out,
there.
Okay.
Dude, you're killing it. You've got, like, your casual nature is awesome. You've got your empathy story. Like, you very quickly in the beginning said, I've been through this. I was being really harsh with you. You brought me back. You didn't get marble mouth. Like, you did that with confidence. You're doing really well, Peter.
You took me off the script, man.
Hey, I noticed, what really jumped out at me was your permission to proceed was incredible. Is this a good time? Are you still with me? You want me to go on? Really, when you do that, rather, you gave a big presentation, but you broke it up with permission to proceed. And it takes the pressure off. It doesn't sound like you're rambling on. Another thing that I loved was your repeat and affirming. He said they had adult lives, and you mentioned, I know you're busy adulting. Like you made up a word, but I understood where it came from. So awesome job, man. You could teach this, and I think you just did to a lot of our subscribers. Thank you.
Yeah. So
awesome.
I feel like it's always good to be critical. That's what you came here for, and I'm reaching pretty hard to find something, but. The one thing that I would say you can work on fine-tuning, and this was the hardest part for me, I think, is when you started to explain your services, because you're so proud of your offer, you elaborated and showed me like 6 or 8 different things that you could do, right? And that, it just created a whole lot of space on my side of the phone where I could be thinking of objections. So if there's one place where you might start to lose a little control of the conversation, it's there. If you could just be a little more concise. And what oftentimes I went from offering, that could range from this to this to this to this to just, for example, we help families do this. And I could say just give one example and then do what you did. It really starts with us understanding your situation. Then we can see what you really need. But, the way you delivered it was not bad. If there's any one thing that I could poke a hole in, it would be to shorten that down a little bit so you're not creating as much space and time for me to think up objections or try to take the conversation off track.
Yeah, and honestly, that's what I was trying to test on you, because I'm playing with that, and I'm trying to, from the executor's perspective, I'm trying to figure out, stack it and what's going to be most value to them. And then do they know why I'm even suggesting these people? And that's why, I'm trying to figure out, does it make sense to do top 5 and list out what they do, or just kind of, to your point, maybe add one and explain and then kind of list a few others?
I think you just have to use your discretion. Like, sometimes it does serve you. If they're just not getting it, like if they just don't understand, it can serve you to draw that out and say, well, listen, like we can do X, Y, Z, like all these different things. Sometimes it works. I'm cautious to say, just pick 5, because 5 might be too much in some circumstances and not enough in others. So I don't think that there's a magic number of examples that you give. I think it's you read the tone of the conversation and decide, all right, is this person like fast moving and I'm going to lose them if I give 5 examples? Or if you've got somebody on the phone that's kind of slower and they're moving and you think maybe you could explain it to help them understand, then you might give 5. Where if you got some type A Jersey guy that just needs to get back to work, he's like, damn it, I just had 3 cups of coffee and a snort of cocaine. Like, he's not going to want to hear 5, right? So you kind of have to use some discretion there and just decide, just read, who am I on the phone with? And maybe say, if you know that it's somebody you have more time, an elderly person that might not be fully understanding what you're offering or might not fully trust that you are a specialist or an expert, then you might want to take the time to give them more examples and stories. But man, you're doing the right things in the right order with the right demeanor and the right attitude. You're killing it.
That's awesome. Why you've been our winner of the week. You've been our winner of the week a couple times so far. We have one more person. We're going to finish the call up with Roger Lacey. Roger, always a treat. Don't go anywhere. But one thing that really just jumped out at me, I think this may be our best role play call ever. But what I love is, Justin, if you're still on the phone, you said, Peter said all the same things as Justin, but, I mean, just listen to the difference. It's not always, I mean, what you say is important, but how you say it is even more important. So, Justin, just keep doing what you're doing, and it won't take too long until you get as good as Peter. So there's just a commonality there. As alike as they were, it was night and day in the delivery. So great job.